Hi, in this video we're going to show you a free remote desktop solution called Distant Desktop. So normally you could use, the Windows Remote Desktop, but if you want to connect to like a Windows Home PC, you can't do it without some other third-party software, like TeamViewer or Chrome Remote Desktop or something like that. But you could try out this Distant Desktop. It's a free little download. You don't have to install anything. It's just an executable, but you have to have it on both computers. So we're on a Windows 10 computer here, and we're going to connect to this Windows 11 computer here. So I have the download on both computers, so I'm going to run it on the destination computer here. Say yes to the prompt. Now when it opens, you're going to have two options here. So if you're going to connect to this computer, you want to use this ID and password. And this demonstration mode, that will allow them just to view your screen, but won't allow them to actually control it. So if you just want to show them something without them being able to control it, you could turn that on. And then you'll also have options up here to have it start with Windows so you don't have to run it every time. So if you want to just leave it enabled and running on your other computers on the network, you could do that. And it'll generate the ID based on the computer information, so you can't change that, but you can change the password. And every time you open it, it'll generate a new password. This will stay the same. But if you want to use a static password, you could uncheck this and set your own password, so you don't have to know you'll know the password. You won't have to have somebody on the other end tell you the password. And you could change the display name of the computer too. So right now it's pulling it from the computer name, but you could change that if you want. All right, so the first time, the person on the other end will have to give you this number here. So I'll copy this, and then I'll run it on my host computer that I'm connecting from. So when you open it on the one you want to use to connect from, you'll have your own ID and password in case you wanted to allow connections to it. But what you'll want to do is click on this connect button. And then you could paste in that password, but since I've connected to it before, it remembered it. And you could also keep a listing of computers here too, and that way you could just pull it from the drop down there and not have to type in the ID each time. So now I just need the password from this one here, which I could just copy, paste it in here. Now you'll see this message too. It looks like it reads your network configuration for your internet router, and it's saying that UPnP is disabled. So if you want to use this over the internet, you're going to have to go into your router and allow this through. And if you go to their website, it kind of tells you how to do that. But if you're using it just on your network, you don't have to worry about it because you're not going out, over the internet. So this one's on the network, so I could just connect to it just like this. All right, so now I'm using the Windows 11 computer remotely here. I could, move things around and whatever else, just like I was using it. So it's kind of like remote desktop. Then you'll have your options up here, and you can minimize and close it out, and you could have other tabs open if you want to connect to other computers, and you have some file transfer options if you want to send files over there. If you want to send a message, you could do that. If somebody's on the other end, then they'll get that message like that. There's even a speak option if you want to say something to them with your voice. And typical send, control, delete, alt tab, task manager type of thing, like you'd have on other remote desktop applications. Lock and reboot and shut down. So it's not a bad little program for something that's free. It seems to be safe. Like I said, you'll have to use this at your own risk since it's an executable you're downloading over the internet. So that's up to you to decide if you want to trust it, but it seems like it's okay. So like I said, I'll put a link in the description, and then you could try it out for yourself and see how you like it. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.